Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Michelle. Today I'm actually taking a bit of a break from broadcasting, game broadcasting. And today I am going to present to you the Royal Rail Dragster kit that AMT Ertl made out. And be perfectly honest, it's a really good kit. I'm actually going to put the camera down a little bit so you can see. So, anyways, let me just get rid of this background, and I've already started. It's a memorial bike. It's actually for somebody. Yeah. Um, this is a bike. It's going to be a memorial bike model kit for a friend of mine who was killed by her ex-boyfriend. She had passed away back in March of 2019, about a month after my birthday. And it is being built for Nikki, who is somebody I knew personally and dearly. And so far, I actually built it. The frame pretty much got the wheels, the axles, everything is pretty much built up. Just about. Just working on some little stuff here and there. I still have to put the chrome axle cover with the chrome coilover shocks that go into the back of the axle. Of course, this is a Hemi, so I painted everything blue, chassis-wise and everything. Still got to do the fan belt and the pulley drive system. Then I have the horns, which are kind of really interesting. I have taken one off. They're horn air cleaners. If I can find the actual thing here, as you can tell, this is what they look like, and it's pretty much is what's gonna be as far as that goes for the. Here we go. I think I have the volume up a little bit more. Sorry if the volume was a little down. What's up, Jesse? So as you can tell, today like I said, I'm taking a break pretty much from the video game thing right now. Just download Basketball 2K19. So pretty much, I know this is a gaming channel for me, but I figured at the top of it, given my videos being various, but pretty much this is where I normally do. Sometimes if I'm not live streaming on video games. Oh, nice. You're doing some relic missions. It's cool. So, anyways, today's topic is a memorial bike. Hopefully, I can get this done in time for a family. I have enough time to do it, actually. That's the nice thing about it. It's hopefully this will be displayed for family members of my closest friend, Nikki. And not to mention, there was a double whammy. So it was between my closest friend, Nikki, and her sister, Sarah. So now, as you can tell, I'm in my workshop. It's a little cramped. It's kind of dank. Of course, it's nighttime over here. And behind me is my little spray booth, which I actually use for spraying. Fumes can become a bit potent down here at times, and the reason why I got in the spray booth was because I do a lot of heavy spraying. In fact, I'm actually close to changing the cartridge out into my ventilation unit, but I haven't done it yet. And so today, actually, I'm down here for a little bit. And as you can tell, various paint brushes I have laying around. Of course, in the background, I have other kits, like a couple ship kits and a couple of other kits that have been pretty much here. So pretty much being a full out plastic model kit, it's been interesting. I actually started to paint the frame with a Testors. Which one is this here? is a gloss dark blue, which is really good for this frame. It's close to a Ford blue. Now, the interesting thing is what I've done with these inner rims, I don't know if you can see, but inside of those rims, they were actually done purple. And I'll tell you what kind, and I'll tell you what I did here. For the rims, the way I got them painted, and it sounds really interesting. It was a crazy idea a friend of mine told me about, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So, anyways, I found out nail polish actually works wonders for doing a model kit by painting up the rims. Small little stuff here and there. And pretty much, me, of course, it's my nail polish. I actually do my own, I do my own nail polish technique a lot. I have done my fingernails before in the past in the summertime, but without that being said, the reason why tonight I'm doing this memoriam bike a little bit is the fact that the past month I had this kit put away, and it pretty much had became a thing to where I had to do something about it. So as you could tell, normally like when I do my model kits, certain ones, I usually leave them on the parts tree. Normally I just cut out a section, and by using my trusty little plastic cutters that's been worn, torn over the years from prior workshop use. And of course, what's nice about this kit before I underway, usually the instructions are going to tell you not to use this piece right here. So you don't need to use that. And then, of course, what's nice about this kit, even though the gas tank's split in two, always works very well. And of course, as tiny as this is, small fan, a fan in your drivetrain, your belts and pulleys and stuff like that. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm going to grab usually I grab the semi-black. I think it's this one. So I use a Testor's black. This is really pretty much a semi. I believe this was a semi-black. No, this was the flat black. I did have a semi-black, so I don't know if I really have it at the moment. I might have. Well, I have to move the tissue paper. Oh, here it is. This is the actual paint I use. So I'm pretty much going to do the belts and the pulleys as the same color. Pretty much for this being a memoriam bike, I would actually I'm more tempted to do the fan in the fan purple and the belts black, given the fact of what's in light of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm making sure that this is still good. My flat black, however, didn't do so well. That one kind of kicked the bed after about a year of having it. Not even a year. So not bad paint, if you buy it on Amazon, for about, maybe like a couple of bucks. So as you can tell right now, I'm going to take the belt, as you can tell, right here. This is what's going to get painted, is the belt and the fan. So I'm just going to take a little bit of black, a little semi-gloss to paint the pulleys, the belt, do the best I can here to, paint up really well. And my main thing is normally I do 2 coats of each paint. Different paints I use for 2 coats only because I want to make it more solid and a little bit more convincing than normal. So as you can tell how I'm painting this, and what I'm going to do is, since now I'm painting this up, I'm just going to paint it up really nice. Get it all together. Get everything pretty much all situated, paint up. I only build these type of kits, like memorial kits, usually once in a blue moon. It depends on who depends on a lot of factors. Depends, if somebody wants it done, built up properly. But, I just pretty much do what I can here to paint up the pulleys and belts the same color. Now, usually for me, I do the fan the same color with the pulleys and belts, but I won't do it. But if you can take a look, right now it's a little wet. You can tell where I painted. So I would actually paint the fan purple, but I'm going to do it black only because, it would kind of be nice to do that color. So I'm just starting to paint the fan a little bit with semi-black. Normally, only two blacks that would actually work for this are semi or flat, depending on how you want to make the motorcycle, the Royal Rail kit, which wasn't bad. For about $9 on Amazon, you couldn't go bad. You couldn't really go bad or wrong with it because this is actually the only one kit that was only available. At some point, I am going to do a sister version of the same one, but for another friend of mine that was also killed, which was Nikki's sister, Sarah, which will be done and presented in the utmost fashion. So as you can tell right now, this is only, now mind you, this is only one coat, but where I painted is what I painted. So I'm going to just set this off to dry a little bit, kind of try to get like some semblance here of being dry. Of course, I'm still a little out of it, so I've been kind of hoping I wouldn't be as much out of the whole deal here. So as you can tell, as crude as this bottle looks, there is actually thinner in here. Acetone. I mean, sorry. And I'm just dipping it in here. This brush in there. It's an artist brush. You can get these in a pack for. As a matter of fact, the artist package I normally do for painting models, I just buy like a very good quality of artist brush. There's the only thing here in the kit that's just actually real vinyl. To answer the question for most people, if you buy this kit, the back tires are going to be sheer plastic. These are sheer ABS plastic. They're not really vinyl. The front tires, however, are vinyl, but you also have to be very careful when building this kit. Be patient with it, work on it, and you have it good and gone, and the whole shebang. Now, if you give me a moment here, I can. Give me 1 second. My phone keeps blowing up, and I gotta. So, anyways, to make a long story short, sorry about I got sidetracked. It's just what's going on. What's nice about this kit is the detail they kind of put into here. Like you got your base for your crown. You have the other stuff in here too, kind of like the body, the floor, the body, your crown, which is over here, your frame, which whatever color that's going to be, I haven't decided yet, but I think it's going to be the same matching color as what I have going on. So while that's going on, what I am going to do is I'm going to show you something really nice. Now, this kit's pretty much got everything in it. The detail is pretty much well and good. Building these type of kits, nostalgia, pretty much brings back a lot of very, very good memories back in the day when model kits were not as expensive. I mean, they were, but they weren't like $20 a kit, $20, $30 a kit for a vintage. And of course, what's really nice is about these zoomies. Now, I know some people think like, oh my God, these zoomies look like somebody smoked crack. But be perfectly honest with you, I am going to be starting to put those said zoomies on to the engine. Now, normally when I do these sort of things, I try to take my time. I try to get in as much detail as I possibly could, only because sometimes, you don't want to make it look like it's kind of half-assed. But what I'm doing right now, as you can tell, is I'm taking off that little bit of, I don't know if you can see it, but right there's like a little bit of excess plastic. As you can see where my blade is, this is where the excess plastic is. Usually off the parts tree, which at times kind of sucks when you have to pretty much remove it. And for me to get rid of that seam there to make it realistic, I am going to pretty much take regular sandpaper. This is actually this is a 21, I think this is a 2100. I got it at a local auto parts store. I mean, it's not really fine. It's just one I used to use for wet sanding my old model kits with, which actually was pretty downright good. Now, as you can tell, I'm actually sanding down the ends here. If you see the sand down part, this is what I'm sanding down. This is this little part where my finger is. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take each one individually, and I'm going to sand most of this down as one, and as pretty much not trying to take away a lot of detail, because I don't feel that if you take out a lot of detail, then you kind of really made it really bad. You don't want that. But what I'm doing is I'm actually getting it finally down. It's just the way I'm doing it. So what I normally do, in some cases, and what's nice, well, I'll tell you something here. Now, this Scotch Create Super Glue does not leave a foggy film, but be very careful how much you use, because it will stick to your fingers. And then trust me, we all know what happens if super glue sticks to your fingers. So I'm just gonna clean the excess parts here, the excess plastic. But I'm gonna be very sparingly with this type of glue. I don't want to go crazy with that. I'm not really gonna do anything, too much. Not really insanely stupid, but I'm just gonna take a little bit where it needs to be. And what's nice is it's got a little brush. I prefer the brush-ons than I do the traditional methods of, oh my God, it's not brush-on, it's the old style. I mean, some people might say, hey, what's wrong with the old style? And then what? Then you have to explain to people how it works. But as you can tell, I have to make sure that these exhausts are as close as or as neat as I can get them. As you can tell, I mounted one already. But in the sheer honesty of things, I do the best I can to line the exhaust up, but doing zoomies on a chopper-based bike like this is a pain in the ass, and I'll tell you, it's not a very good sign. So yeah, so the next one I'm gonna do is the same thing, repeat. Everybody knows, rinse, lather, repeat, and I'm just gonna cut a little bit more. Do the same technique I did before. Take your time building it. As you can tell, I'm using my war-torn snippers again. Now, the funny thing is how I lost this handle was funny. I actually, I used to race many years ago. I used to actually race RC vehicles back in the day. So normally I don't, normally at this point, I don't really do a whole hell of a lot. I still have my Tamiya racing thing, but it's under a different name many years ago. So what I'm gonna do though is I'm just gonna keep building up, letting it to build up. Taking the exhaust like I did before with the first. So these kits, like for me in general, this type of kit I love building. It's something I enjoy. And I'm just gonna sand down the excess spro that most places, most people would never really do. I mean, some people want to build up really nice and say, hey, look, it looks all nice, but where's the detail in it? Where's the detail in actually building stuff? Normally I do game a lot on my channel, but I think tonight's a special treat night because I want to do this for a friend of mine who's no longer with us, and I feel that tonight was a special night. I mean, come by March is going to be the special anniversary, and normally I generally try to do the best I can. Like I said in my premiere videos, or my premiere video, I actually try to do what I can. So, like I said again, apply a little bit, with this brush, just apply a little bit at the tip. The Scotch stuff really, really works out very, very well. So, I'm just going to do a little bit. I'm not going to go completely crazy. I'm not going to rush this bike kit either because this is a special memorial kit. And most people are going to be asking me, like, why would you want to do a memorial kit? But the trick, though, is I do it for the sake of it, for who my friend was and what she really meant. So I'm just going to carefully pop this one in. And I'm going to let it sit. So I'm trying to get the exhausts. You see how I'm trying to do that? Trying to get the exhaust together, trying to get where the actual kit is going to sit to what it should be doing. And then the touch-ups and everything else after will come, but not right now. I'm just taking my time with it. I don't want to rush it. Most people will be like, oh, you should try rushing it. It's like, no, dude. Never rush a memoriam bike, especially if it's for somebody you know or anything you're going to do, whether if it's welding or memoriam. So anyways, if you happen to like the video of what I'm doing, please click like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. There'll be more to come on my Royal Rail, and till then, this is Michelle saying peace, love, and happiness, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.